So speaking of Romney's problems, so imagine for a minute, you're a guy who thinks that you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps because you didn't take a job specifically working for your dad, who was a chairman of a massive U.S. car corporation and a governor of a state. Imagine if you were the type of guy who thought you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps because all you lived on when you were in graduate school was a huge gift of stock that you had to sell off while you were in graduate school. Imagine if you thought that. And you had no capacity, even after campaigning for 2004, 2003, for 8 years. No, 2008. I'm sorry, 2006. 6 years. 6 years. Even after 6 years, you still don't even have the understanding that you shouldn't mock people for living their lives as middle class or poor people, if they're your supporters in particular. Like, look at their cookies and go, hey, this is a piece of crap. Where'd you get this? Oh, hey, nice restaurant you got here. I don't care what happens. Or, hey, everybody should go out there and take risks. Borrow $20,000 from your parents. Make it in this life. Imagine if you're that guy. You also realize that every time you go out to campaign, your poll numbers drop. So your strategy is just don't leave the house or leave one of the houses. And you're just hoping that the economy will be so bad that everybody will just go to the polls to vote against your opponent, not really voting affirmatively for you. You're sitting up there and going, this is going to be bad. And then the few places that the economy is doing well happen to be the swing states that are really the only ones in play. Well, about 9 or 10 states. Wouldn't that be a drag? Well, it seems that's Mitt Romney's predicament. Mitt Romney, according to Bloomberg News, has asked Rick Scott, who, incidentally, is probably the only person less popular in the country than Mitt Romney. I don't know. To be fair, I think Kasich is also pretty unpopular. Rick Scott, so unpopular because he's been a horrible governor, is going around and trying to shore up his numbers by telling people that since August 2009, the jobless rate has fallen from 14.2% to 8.5%. Excuse me, that's Michigan. In Florida, it's dropped 11 straight months. So Rick Scott's going around saying, spread the news. The unemployment rate in Florida has gotten much better. Well, Romney's bummed out. He's like, you can't, please don't tell people that in Florida because I need to win Florida. And in Ohio, Governor Kasich also having a problem. Now, Ohio's a special place. So is Michigan because their economy was basically saved by the auto bailout, which Mitt Romney was explicitly against. But Kasich has been talking about his state's falling unemployment rate. Rick Snyder in Michigan, calling Michigan the comeback state of the United States. That's where, since 2009, the jobless rate went from 4.2% to 8.5%. And then his only other problem is that in the swing states where the unemployment rate has gone up, which would otherwise make Romney happy, Colorado, Nevada, and New Mexico turn out to be states with growing Latino populations. And Mitt Romney is still, we talked about this the other day, his response to the idea that President Obama would issue an executive order to reorient the Department of Homeland Security's prosecutions, essentially allowing for anywhere from 800,000 to 1.4 million kids who were brought into this country by no choice of their own, to stay in this country, his response was, ah, blah, ah, blah, ah, blah, ah, blah. So poor Mitt Romney is now begging Rick Scott, please don't talk about how things in Florida might be getting better. It helps you, but it hurts me. Poor Mitt Romney.